Hello everyone, welcome to another video. So today I'm going to talk about the misconceptions and the stereotypes that our society holds about blindness or disability. So there's not really a list I made. This is more of me just rambling on. None of this was scripted at all. This is just from what I know and what I remember at the top of my head. So let's get started. So first one, a stereotype that I've heard is that people who are blind or visually impaired are not capable of doing anything or mentally incapable of doing anything because of their disability. That's not true at all. We can do it. We do have the ability to do it. Our disabilities aren't the problem. The world needs to be more accessible and it needs to be more accepting of our disabilities because it's not our fault that we're disabled, and you just have to find ways to accommodate it. And I feel like our society often views disability as a negative, and they show the negatives more than the positives. Sighted people can be uncomfortable with that sometimes, with sharing the positives, and I understand it. It's easy to focus on the negatives, and there is a lot of positives. You just have to find a way to enjoy your disability and enjoy your life, like how I've learned through my experiences. Like, I enjoy my life and my disability. It's not all like good and everything. It's definitely challenging sometimes, but this is who I'm meant to be. So another stereotype is that people think that you're disabled just by looking at you. Not true either. People think we look blind. There's no such thing as really looking blind. I mean, yeah, like we may like bump into stuff, and some of us have some vision, but not everybody looks a certain way. Yes, some people's eyes are hazy, or maybe like off-centered, but most of our eyes are normal, like the average eye. Like for me, like if you guys look, my left eye, the one I see out of, it looks completely healthy, but my right eye, which is smaller, when I was born, it didn't develop well because I was born as a premature baby, and that's what caused part of my vision loss. A misconception I hear is that blindness equals nothing, or darkness, or just black. Not true at all. All of us have different experiences with our disabilities. We know how to cope with our disabilities. We just find ways to make stuff work. This is only for me and what I know. So 90% of blind people have some remaining vision. It doesn't make them less blind. They are still medically completely blind, but they might have here's some examples. Like Molly Burke, for example. She's blind. She lost her vision from a different eye disease. It's more rarer than mine. She has light and shadow perception. So everybody's experience is going to be different. One of my friends from school who is also blind, he has light perception and he could also see colors, but he has to put something that has a certain color up very close to his eye. I don't know how many colors he can see, but he can see some colors. So when a light hits something, he can see the light, but I don't remember if he can see the color. I think he can. I have to ask him. Because I only have vision in my left eye, I can see details around me. I have enough vision to see stuff around me and slightly far away. But in my right eye, when I feel like, let's say like the sun hits me, I can't see the light. I used to have very little light perception, but that slowly faded away over time. I don't know how. It's probably from my eye disease, but it just slowly faded away. And when I feel the sun's heat on my face on this side, I picture, I have enough visual memory. I imagine the sky is like blue, and the sun is like this giant light in the sky, when it comes to like me not seeing out of this eye. But I could see in this eye, I could see like the sun right now and the sky and everything and details. But yeah, I'm sorry guys, I'm rambling. None of this was scripted, as I said. Another one is that you can tell a person is disabled just by looking at them. Not true at all either. Yes, we have our canes to help us go around. Here, I'll show you mine. So here is my cane. Yes, you would know I'm visually impaired right now, like when you see me out in public with my cane. But if it's strapped to my pants and you're curious about something, it doesn't matter if it's a silly question, just throw them at me. If you do it with a good intention and you just want to know, I won't be offended at all. I would rather you ask than rather going about your life and thinking, assuming the misconceptions and stereotypes society holds about blindness, that they are true and being wrong. That's just me. It's not everyone. Not everyone is comfortable talking about their disability. I will put that out there. Everyone has a service dog, like a guide dog specifically in my community. People think guide dogs know when to cross the street. That's not true either. What guide dogs are trained to do is that they're trained to stop at the curb and they wait for the owner to command them. So what the owner does, like me, since I'll be a guide dog user soon, we have to use our ears to determine when it's safe to cross. It's for someone who doesn't have any vision, but for me who has some vision, I can see the cars, so I visually scan around to look at the cars, and I have to wait for my parallel traffic search, near parallel. Once that car drives straight through without turning, then I know it's safe to cross. You would tell the dog, hey, forward, and you do the hand motion. That's what I learned from my Juno walk training. Also, another stereotype is that you can tell, misconception is that we don't look blind with, like, let's say those of us who are YouTubers and that are blind or visually impaired, we're not disabled because they can see us using a camera the right way. We do it by sense of touch. But for me, I have enough vision to see what I'm doing. So I can point the camera visually, but if I was blind, like that video I showed you in filming closing my eyes, I'll link that video below. It tells, I do it all by touch, and I visualize everything in my room to know where I am. But if I'm in an unfamiliar place, I can get disoriented easily if I didn't have any vision. This goes along with the stereotype of looking blind. You don't really, you can't always tell who needs a service dog and just by looking at them. If you see that they have, like, let's say a guide dog with a harness, I'll pull a picture up on the screen here so you know. A picture of a guide dog. This is a guide dog. A medical alert dog or any other form of service dog would be wearing some sort of vest. Just know that that person might be visually impaired or blind. So they might have some vision or they might have none or maybe either way. It's important to recognize that the person is just a person and their disability is real. Don't make assumptions and don't keep questioning it. After we told you what our disability is? Because it's very disrespectful when you keep making assumptions and you think that faking our blindness. And just be nice and respectful and know this is our reality. So yeah, that's some of the stereotypes and misconceptions I could think of. If there's any more, let me know in the comments below, but I think I've covered most of the ones that I can remember off the top of my head. So hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Comment, like, and subscribe, and that'll be it. Bye. See you guys in the next video.